this time on NTS Adventures.
Man, we got set up in time, man. Look at that wicked storm front coming in here. This is brutal.
The polar vortex just hit like 2 minutes ago.
Life is good. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to another edition of NTS Adventures. Matt and I are out here for a night on Black Bay. I came back here 48 hours ago and did a little bit of a scouting mission, and we've decided to come out for a night. I don't have a whole lot of time to talk right now because we got rain coming, and it's January, and we got winds gusting up to 40 kilometers an hour coming. So I'll leave this one short. We got to get going and get camp set up. We'll talk to you in a minute. So yeah, odd kind of weather event here for the end of January. Well, not quite, the 18th, I think. Rain. Supposed to end at 5. It's supposed to take a sharp turn. We got an Arctic vortex coming in. But in the meantime, Matt and I decided just to put up a tarp on top because I don't know what the experience with you guys is, but I've been out in these before in the rain and they're not real waterproof. Now I suppose I could spray them off with the waterproofing stuff, and I do have several cans at home. But I know for a fact that it's going to drop below zero starting around 5 p.m., which is like 4 hours from now. But in the meantime, we're going to try and keep some of that rain off and from leaking in. Got to get back to her here. We got to get camp squared away. We'll talk to you in a minute. Well, that was a bit of a mad scramble there, my friends. Absolutely vicious out there right now. Like I said, my hasty introduction, plus 3 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's warm for January 18th. That's pretty weird, man. But anyway, we're dialed in. We got the tarp on the roof, like I showed you guys. We got everything dialed in here. The Vivor is kicking out the heat. We're gonna get this place dried out, clean off those windows. It's gonna be a bit misty in here, damp if you will, for a little while until watch my rods, Maggie. Those are expensive, girl. It's going to be a bit moist in here until things get dried out, but I'm anticipating good things. But anyway, going to set up my lines and going to start with my dead sticks and start jigging here. Matt's gone back to the truck to get a couple more items that we left there. Just worst case scenario stuff, because it is supposed to drop significantly. So it might be a bit of a pain getting things out tomorrow when everything freezes. Flash freeze basically starting at 5 p.m. which is just about 2 hours from now. So glad we're set up now, but it might be a little bit challenging getting this tent off the ice tomorrow. I might be dragging her off like an ice block. We'll see. Stay tuned, everybody. Hopefully we're going to catch some walleye and we're going to have a good time. Man, we got set up in time, man. Look at that wicked storm front coming in here. This is brutal. That wind is just hard and fast. Probably going to be lasting for a little while here. I don't know if you guys can pick this up or not. This is brutal out there, man. Holy cripes. That's a big storm front. Whew! And that wind is just wicked. Yikes. Hope she holds.
The polar vortex just hit like 2 minutes ago. So we're gonna kind of tighten the edges of the tarp or the tent. Yeah, big drop in temperature. Grab the last of the gear, bring it in the tent, and I think that will be that. Hey Maggie, do you like the polar vortex? Okay.
Well, I tell you, friends, that storm that came in, I've never been on the ice and seen something come in that violently and that fast. Truly, I haven't. If I have, I don't remember. Matt was actually took a ride on the buggy back to the truck to get a couple things, and he got some pretty cool footage of it actually rolling in. I'm gonna hopefully be able to attach it to this video, because it's pretty cool. You can really physically see the wall of ugliness and bitterness and cold, if you will. Anyway, I'm just checking these dead sticks. I'm not going to be out here too long because you really feel that cold air coming in here. We got the Vivor is just cranked. I got our number 3 right now. It's supposed to go down to about -17, maybe -20 degrees Celsius, which is cold. It's not the coldest I've operated in by any means, but it's cold enough, and you still got to take precautions and have your wits about you, because you can get in trouble. You can get in trouble. And yeah, you know, we're not in the middle of nowhere, I get that, but it doesn't take much to find yourself in some trouble out here in this cold weather. But we're dealing with it. I'm gonna get back in there and get warm. We'll consider the dead sticks officially checked. Well, once again, I failed at my filming, but we're on the board. You guys can see that. We're on the board with a baby little walleye. A little bit too small for me to keep, truthfully. So we're just going to dunk them back in, but it's promising anyway, my friends. Anyway, I don't drink very often anymore, but Matt and I are having a beer, so cheers to the night on the ice, and hopefully we'll catch a fish. If not, you're going to spend 25 minutes watching us do really nothing. That's why it's called NTS Adventures, my friends. Well, my friends, Matt and I seem to have weathered that storm that came in. What's that? Oh, it's just sitting in water? Yeah, we'll have to can do about that. I guess we'll just move it.
There's a piece of wood under it.
Oh, great idea, Matt. Let's do that. Let's see what I got in the back of the... Matt has just pointed out the muffler here has made a little bit of a pool. I'm not sure how good that is for the system, so we're going to see what we got here in the back. Yeah, Matt just pointed this out here. The muffler's going to be in the water, so just going to put this... Matt just pointed it out there that the muffler is causing a lot of water, so I put my my tire iron on top of it there, so it seems to help. I can see actually water coming out of the muffler now, so that's a good thing we caught that. Hard to believe there's people actually going out for a ride in this cold night here, but they are. Anyway, came out here to double check this dead stick. More anglers over there. These guys and their big 800s, eh? They just give her. Oh, this line's all frozen in here. Oh, she's a cold night, my friends. That's all frozen right in there. Whew. This is awesome, man. Yeah, it's cold, bitterly cold. But you know what? Like I've said it before, it is so awesome getting back into this tent, man. When it's cold like this. Just jumping into it and super warm. Whew, doesn't get any better than that. That was cleaned literally minutes ago. That's how cold she is out here, my friends. So yeah, I pulled my dead sticks in for the night. Just because these holes are freezing way too quick, and I just don't feel like coming out literally every 10 minutes is what it's going to take to check them. That's okay. Like it's brutal, man. Like I literally just cleaned this hole a few minutes ago, and it came out and it's cold, and it's not good. It's really not good because when your line is frozen in the hole like that. You could have a fish on and you wouldn't know it because the line is frozen and it's not going to pull and activate your bell. If you're using a jaw jack or any system like that, it's not going to work either. So in the interest of being an ethical angler, which is what I try to strive for, I think right now the best thing to do is keep those dead sticks out for the rest of the night. I'm going to do fishing from in here because it is freaking cold. Like, whew! She's winter. Oh, Maggie, that's not fun out there, is it, my girl? This is the best part right here, man. You come in like this after being out in the cold. This tent is cozy. Matt hanging out, watching some Seinfeld. Jigging for some walleyes or whatever else comes. Life is good. Good morning, everybody. Well, it wasn't a bad night in the tent. Had the Vevor set at number 1. I know you guys are sick of me talking about Vevor, but this will be the last day. Had it set at number 1 all night. It was chilly in the tent, but not a bad sleeping temperature, quite truly. But anyway, we carry on. This, my friends, is my absolute very favorite part about ice camping. Look at that. I've said this before on the channel, there's very, very few people in the world. Really, in terms of population, the human population, there's very few people in the world who have experienced such a thing and are able to experience such a thing. Getting up in the morning and looking at that beautiful sunrise and this cold, crisp air. It's not just Canadians, it's everybody in the Northern Hemisphere. It's beautiful. Just love it. I got to repunch the holes. Went down to about -19 last night. Repunched the holes for the dead sticks. Started the buggy about 20 minutes ago. She went, barely, but she went, so I'm happy with that. Gonna take her for a quick boot around here, make sure she's not frozen in. Re-drill my dead stick holes, get my dead sticks back down, get in and make a tee. Hopefully we'll have a good morning. I've already marked a couple fish on the finder, but only time will tell. Stay tuned, almost done. Everything is harder when it's cold. Everything. Auger had a trouble. The auger had a hard time starting a bit. I got her going, but a lot of pulls. Buggy. Everything. Everything's just harder in the cold. It's part of the reason I do what I do here, because I know that when I get home and if I want water, I turn on water. If I want heat, I press a little button. Out here, it's not the case. Yeah, I know it's not extreme and it's not completely off grid. I appreciate that. But still, you gotta do everything. You wanna get warm, you gotta get out of bed. You gotta refuel things. You gotta start things. You gotta light things. It's just the way it is, man. I love it. Call and tack of the day. Last year I had a great deal of troubles getting my tent unfrozen after a night out, especially in a situation like we just had, where yesterday it was above 0, +2, rain, and then last night it went to -20, it froze right in. So I did some thinking and I thought, you know what, a mallet would work. More accurately, a rubber mallet. That way you're not going to damage the material and it's busting up the ice. But Matt seems to be making short works of it, so I think my plan worked. I'm gonna finish packing up and then we'll be getting out of here. Cheers. Well, that's all we got for you on this episode, everybody. I know it wasn't anything real serious. We only got one fish, but you know what? There was a really good time nonetheless. It's always a great opportunity for me to spend a full 24 hours with my son, as he's a busy guy, and he's got a lot going on in his life, work and pleasure. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you guys picked up on a couple new skills there, one or two. Certainly not my skills as a fisherman. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about my other skills, being able to come out and survive on the land like this. But I'm not done with Black Bay. I'm not done. I will be back. If there's walleye in here to be found, I'm going to try and find them. Maybe I never will. Who knows? But I got to keep trying, because I'm digging the convenience of it being 20 minutes from home. And I'm digging the fact that this ice is so rock solid this year. Like, it's awesome. I feel very comfortable out here. Anyway, till next time, guys. Remember what I say. Life is hard. Have fun. Support your troops. We'll see you next time on NTS Adventures. Calling out. Okay, there should be some bungee cords kicking around. There's 8 to my calculations kicking around. Life is good!